Rise and Energize Her Morning Show is brought to you by Mogul TV Global Network, the #1 streaming TV network for positive programming in the Mid-Atlantic. To learn how you can energize your business and brand with media, visit www.themogulchannel.com.
She's that uncommon wife, divine set apart. Moves with that power, yeah, she leads with her heart. Soft, but she's solid, love wrapped in light. Black woman magic, yeah, she shines so bright. She knows her worth.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Affirmative Action. No, not the affirmative action associated with any form of discrimination, but where we affirm the actions of those in the community, people who are making strides, making movements, and doing great things to help our community be better and lending to those who are in need. And so all month, we have been inspired. We've talked to students, we've talked to attorneys this month, just listening to their life journey, listening to their accomplishments, highlighting things that they have stepped out boldly to do and will continue to do in the community. This month we had attorney Amina Willard on, who gave us some tips about criminal law, and she's actually going to be one of the panelists in the Know Your Rights Summit that is happening on May 24th, 2025 in Norfolk, Virginia. We will be giving out more information on that. We have secured our location, our time, and all of that stuff. So you all will be seeing flyers on that soon. But listen, you don't want to miss it. You want to come out. You're going to have real live attorneys, practicing attorneys, giving good information on some of the hottest topics that are going on today in various areas of law. So I hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful, fantastic Wednesday. If you are not, listen, shake it off, do what you need to do, go get some rest, take some deep breaths, clear your mind, clear your heart, clear your spirit. But whatever you do, don't give up and stay in the fight. Every day we are facing something new. Every day there's new things in the news. Every day there's more bad news. So listen, don't become overwhelmed. Don't become inundated with those things, but do what you need to do. Take a breather. Turn the TV off. Turn the news off. Turn the Instagram, TikTok, and all these other things. Turn them off sometimes if you're starting to feel overwhelmed with all this negativity that is happening on a daily basis. Listen, life is going to be, as the young people say, life is lifing, okay? Life is going to come, but we all have to stay encouraged. We all have to stay in the fight. We have to keep going, because guess what? Somebody is depending on us. No matter what we're going through, somebody is dependent on us. The next generation is dependent on us. So no matter what you're facing, I just, want to encourage people, do not give up, stay in the fight, stay encouraged, stay positive, surround yourself with positive people. Lean on your tribe, lean on your community, lean on those who you trust and those who are around you. Let them know, hey, I need some help. Can you help me lift my hands up? Can you help me bear some burdens? Can you just pray for me? Can you just, give me some words of encouragement? Do not be afraid to reach out and ask for help. I know that's very hard for many of us. So I just, wanted to encourage anybody out there today who is experiencing anything on this hump day, on this Wednesday, whatever it is, just stay in the fight no matter what. I also want to let you guys know that for the next month in April, coming up in April, we are going to be talking about all things wellness, getting ready for the summer, from dieting to exercise to mental health to skincare. We have a great lineup, some great guests that are going to be on the show talking about just getting in shape and mentally prepared for the summer, which is literally right around the corner. But there are some things that we could do to get where we want to be, or at least closer to where we want to be if we're not there yet. So you definitely want to make sure you're tuned in all of April, because it's going to be all things wellness. And I really think that you guys are going to enjoy the guest speakers. We have some doctors, some nurses. We have some, who else do we have? I don't know. I can't even think of everybody that's going to be dropping in and talking to us, but we have some really good experts and professionals that are going to be talking to us as we prepare to get ready for these hot days that will be coming right before we know it. And we also just want to highlight an individual today who has been doing super amazing things in the community, left and right, always giving a lending hand, always giving a helping hand, always there for the community, putting on events, hosting events, supporting events. And that is none other than Miss Nanika Bartlett. She is the owner and founder of Tidewater Counseling. They have offices both in Newport News, Virginia, and in Richmond. And she is such a blessing to the community. She hosts all kind of drives for back to school, for Christmas, for summer camps, and for toys. She gives mentoring and is always willing to support where she can in the community, giving her time, her effort, her finances, and her resources all throughout the communities of Newport News, Virginia. And so we just want to highlight Ms. Bartlett today. Great job. If you're ever looking for counseling services, I'm telling you, look up Tidewater Counseling. If you just feel like you want to get some counseling just to talk to somebody, get some stuff off of your chest, clear your mind, free your spirit up, free your heart up, check out Tidewater Counseling Services right here in Newport News, Virginia. And again, they also have a office in Richmond as well. So Nanika, thank you so much for all that you do in the community. Thank you so much for all of the drives and the hosting and contributions that you have made, especially to the Newport News community and to Denby School. I mean, she literally has taken that school under her wing and has just turned things around for them, always giving herself to make sure that these kids and these students are not left out, are not left behind, and not forgotten about. So again, Nanika Bartlett, thank you so much. Again, she's the owner and founder of Tidewater Counseling Service, an amazing organization. If you know anyone or need any services yourself, please check them out. And so those are the things that the community needs. We need more people in the community who are willing to give their self, their time, and their resources. And so it is a blessing and a privilege to come together with different organizations to collaborate and get things done and put on events for the community. No selfishness. No, this is my event. This is me. No. Collaborate, get together, and do things to make change in the community, because guess what? That's where it really counts. The day-to-day stuff that is happening in your community, to the children, to your neighbors, to the residents of the community, to the churches in the community, to the grocery stores in the community, to the mom and pop stores in the community, to your local businesses in the community. That is what really matters when we are banding together to make change right where we live, to make change right in our community. It starts there. The stronger the communities are, the better we are, the better services, the better resources that we can get when we come together. So I hope that everyone is having an amazing Wednesday. If you are not, listen, take a breather, take a breath, shake it off to the best of your ability. Not everything can be shaken off in a day or a couple hours. It may take you 1, 2, 3 days, but whatever you do, get back up, keep pushing, keep moving, stay in the fight, make your life the best life that you want it to be. Take the steps and necessary strides that you need to do to make things happen for you. Only you can do it. You can collaborate with others. You can, meet with others. You can do all sorts of things. But at the end of the day, the power lies within you. So make sure that you're keeping yourself healthy, hydrated, mentally clear, stable, and grounded, so that every day you can present and be your best self. And guess what? We all know it's not easy every day. Okay. Every day is not peaches and cream or a walk in the park, but the goal is to make sure that you always get up. You always stay grounded. You always make it your best, put your best foot forward, and make sure that no matter what, you do not give up. And if you find yourself out of the fight, guess what? Jump back in, keep fighting, keep progressing, never stop, and keep moving. So everybody, I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week and have a fantastic day.
Every challenge she's
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, and welcome back to Girl, Get Up and Wash Your Face, where instead of focusing on the pain, we are diving into the good news, the victories, the progress, and the hope that comes with healing. So, all right, we're going to dive right into our first step. Remember last week we talked about the theme for April is Spring Forward, renew your mind, your body, and your spirit. And today we're talking only about resetting our minds, because we know that everything really does start in our head, in our mind. So spring is the perfect season for a mindset shift. And so just like we clean out our closets and our homes to make space for new things, we can also clean out our minds. That mental clutter we carry, whether it's negative thoughts, self-doubt, or old unforgiveness, can be just as heavy as physical burden. And so carrying that clutter around day after day after day can really leave us feeling stuck, anxious, and unable to grow. And aren't you ready to grow? Just raise your hand if you're ready to grow with me. I'm ready to grow. So I need for us to just be able to talk about the power of positive thinking. And I will be the first to admit it is not as easy as it sounds. Like, to shift your mind from negative thoughts to positive thoughts is really not easy. But in this season of renewal, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the hard work. We're going to take this opportunity to choose to see things differently and feel things differently. And we're going to be honest with ourselves. We're not going to ignore the hard stuff. We're not going to pretend that everything is perfect, but we're going to be able to choose what we focus on and put on the shelf those things that we have no control over, because I am one who deals with anxiety, and I had to learn that anxiety comes from a place where, especially if you ever experienced any type of trauma in the past, we can get very anxious and we become controlling with what's to come in our life, who's to come into our life, because we want to control who's going to hurt us or who we're not going to allow to hurt us. And so it really does impact our attitude, our responses, and also our perspective. Like, we can hear differently because of our trauma in the past. We can see differently. We become opinionated, and people may not really understand our way of thinking because we have been impacted by the trauma in our past. And so it's really about remembering how we think. It really does shape how we feel and how we act. So when we shift our mindset, we shift our entire experience, and we start seeing challenges as opportunities for growth. And when we begin to believe that things can get better, guess what? It's going to get better. But that's the tricky part to it. In order for us to move forward, we got to let go of those things that used to weigh us down, that mental clutter, the beliefs, the fears, the doubts that hold us back. It's the hardest thing to release, but it's the thing that we need to release the most. So because this is the season of spring, we're going to spring forward into renewing our thoughts. New possibilities come, new dreams come, new opportunities come, because we renew our mind. And I love the scripture that talks about renewing our mind in Christ Jesus, because we really do need Jesus on our side. When we keep our mind on Jesus, he will keep us in perfect peace. So let's take a moment to think about the negative thoughts that may take up space in our mind. You might tell yourself that you're not good enough, or you're not pretty enough, that things are never going to change. And it's time for us to release those thoughts. It's time for us to let go of self-doubt, that voice that tells you that you're not qualified for the job. Girl, go ahead and apply for that job. Whoever I'm talking to, apply for the job, because it is yours, and you are worthy, and you do qualify. You are strong enough, and the success is already in your hands. But here's the thing, you got to believe it for yourself. I can speak it into you all day long, but if you do not believe it for yourself, it will get you absolutely nowhere. But finally, let's talk about that unforgiveness that we are holding on to. That's a tough one, right? Because it's a lot of people that we need to forgive, and we're not forgiving because we feel like they aren't worthy of forgiveness. Holding on to grudges in the past really does hurt us in our future, because guess what? What if God held on to our past? What if God held grudges against us because of the sin that we committed in our lives, the mistakes that we've made in the past? Because we're no better than the next person. We make mistakes just like other people. We've hurt people the same way our offenders have hurt us. So we got to learn how to forgive. And that's what we need to free ourselves from the pain and move forward with peace. So how do you reset your mind? You reset it with awareness, knowing where you need to start, what you need to declutter, what you need to make room for. Take a moment and ask yourself, what do I need to make room for? What do I need to let go? Take the steps to change those thoughts today. You can do it, even by practicing gratitude. I love saying that gratitude is a form of healing, because when you focus on the good things in life, you don't have time to focus on the things that's going wrong. Challenge your negative thoughts with affirmations. As soon as that negative thought comes up that says, oh, you got fat, you gained weight, remind yourself that you are beautiful in Christ Jesus. Remind yourself that you are a child of God, and all of God's children are beautiful. But the way that you handle when things aren't the way that you want it to be, instead of beating yourself up about it, you set goals. Start with short-term goals. What do I need to do? If I look in the mirror and I do not like what I see, instead of me telling myself, oh, I'm ugly or I'm overweight, I'll set a goal for myself. Tomorrow, I'll go for a walk for 30 minutes, because I know that I need to be healthy, not just looking beautiful on the outside, but I also need to be beautiful on the inside. I need to be healthy, a healthy mind, body, and spirit. So this spring, let's commit to clearing out the mental clutter and replacing it with thoughts of hope, possibility, and peace, and reset your mind. So girl, get up and wash your face, and thank God that you get another opportunity to rise, reclaim, and renew your strength. I'll see you next week as we continue this discussion.
In the face of every challenge, she stands.
Hey, baby. I'm just gonna check in on you. How's everything going?
Hey Mom, everything's good. Are you headed to meet the new client?
You know it. I have a feeling they're gonna like what I have to show them today.
Well then I know you're gonna kill it. I love you so much and I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you, baby. I love you too. I'll talk to you soon.
Deborah Jones is back in the news again. I've got to say, she's got some ego.
She's way too aggressive.
The risk she takes in this market, you wouldn't catch me doing that.
I've seen more humility in a peacock.
Who does she think she is?
Deborah's integrity and honesty shine through in every transaction.
Her dedication to the client is unmatched.
She is really a visionary, always one step ahead in the market trends.
You'll never work with a more dedicated and resilient agent.
I love you so much and I'm so proud of you.
Hi, I'm Deborah Jones, broker owner of Dominaire Realty. My mission is to elevate your real estate experience through personalized solutions guided by integrity. So call me. Now is your time to shine.
She's a queen, she's a crown, she's a backbone strong. Soft hands, open heart, where you know he belongs. Praise for her man, yeah, she covers in grace. Built for the storm, but still moves with grace. She's the calm in the fire, the peace in the fight. Holds them down strong, but keeps it real, like got that Proverbs glow. Yeah, she walks in the light. Ain't just his whip, she's his whole appetite. She's that uncommon wife, divine set apart. Moves with that power, yeah, she leads with her heart. Soft but she's solid, love wrapped in light. Black woman magic, yeah, she shines so bright. She knows her worth, she knows her call. Stands in the gap so a king don't fall. Speaks life, not fear, she's the voice he trusts. Built on faith, yeah, her love is just. She's the
All right, so welcome to another episode of Healthy Chats. I'm your girl, Carleeka Katrina Basnight-Menendez. Yes, all of that. And on today's episode, we're talking about some of the emotional benefits of decluttering. I get it. It's time for spring cleaning. You're probably already started and it's moving forward, and you're probably pulling things out of closets, cabinets, all over the place. And you may be feeling a little overwhelmed. You could even have shed some tears, right? But there are some emotional benefits of decluttering. So let's hop on into that. So one, decluttering can help you reduce stress and anxiety. A clutter-free environment can create a sense of calm, right? Reducing feelings of overwhelm and disorganization. I cannot function. I'm just talking about me. I cannot function in chaos. Everything has a place. I love order. And I don't know, do I have anyone else out there that can relate to me? Raise your hand, drop something, let me know something, right? That I'm not out here by myself where I'm like, I love organization. I function better in organization. I function better even when it comes to my grocery list, whether I'm typing it or writing it down. Yes, I'm still that old school sometimes where I'm going to take it to the pen and paper, but nevertheless, I do not function well in chaos or things that are disorganized. And so, for me, it does. It helped keep my stress levels all the way down when my environment is clean and clutter-free. So increase focus and clarity. A clean space, a clean environment helps just have clearing the physical clutter can lead to mental clarity. Right? How many times do you have so many thoughts going on and you feel like you just can't even hone in and focus? It makes it easier for me to concentrate on the important tasks. It helps me to prioritize and have a productive day, not a busy day. There's a difference between a busy day and a productive day. And how do I know this? Because I have talked to countless women who are like, oh, I'm just so busy. And then I'm like, well, what have you done today? What's one thing you got actually completed or accomplished? And they're like, girl, I got to pick up back up on that tomorrow. And I get it. Some things are in phases, but look, increase focus and clarity, making it easier to concentrate. So if you're having a hard time to concentrate, and I get it, even for my menopausal girlfriends out there, that brain fog and concentration and your cognitive in your mindset and all of these different things can play a part in the decline in your hormones and different things. But look at your space, what's around you? What can you physically clear out so that you are able to have increased clarity and focus? The third one is enhanced mood, right? A tidy, clean, decluttered space. And I'm talking about from my own personal experience as well. It really does contribute to a more positive mood. I don't know about you all. Do you feel accomplished once you've cleaned your room and refreshed your space and cleaned the whole house or cleaned the kitchen or got everything's back and different things? For me, I pat myself on the back like, girl, you did that. You have a feeling of accomplishment and satisfied of creating a space that is conducive, not just for you. If you have your family that live with you and different things, but for you and your family, making a space that is conducive for open communication, a space that is conducive for learning, a space that is conducive for growing. It really does enhance your mood, right? Number 4. Improve productivity. And this kind of tied into the focus and the clarity as well, that the more I can focus, the more I can get things done. The more that I can focus and the more that I gain clarity on what works and what does not work and the best time for me to do this and A, B, C, and D. And I understand I work too, right? But coming home, there's nothing more than coming home to a space that's already clean after you've been outside of the house working in different things. Coming home and having to still clean the kitchen, do this, wash clothes, it can become overwhelming. It can cause you to be very fatigued. It can cause you not to be able to think clearly and have effective communication in your relationships right in your home. And so a clean space, decluttered space, improves your productivity, where you're able to make it easier, reducing your frustration. I know for me and my kids and my husband, any of my family members can vouch for me. Just ask them. When things are out of place, I can get very frustrated. Now, I used to operate in a season, keyword used to operate in a season where if there was one string on the floor, I'm like, vacuum the whole house. Y'all, that was crazy. I'm talking about me. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me. One dish in the sink, all of these things, right? And this is the thing. No one's home is perfect all of the time. But I won't let things get too far out of hand. So every morning for me, it's about refreshing my space. And then you do have a sense of control. Decluttering helps you to regain control over your space and over your life. What I find is a lot of people who have a lot of clutter physically, they typically don't have the most productive days, right? They're not as productive as they potentially could be because they have stuff here and stuff there. And then it can cause increased depression, increased anxiety, increase of just the lack of zeal in life because, man, I have to do this. One thing about it, I believe there's a solution for everything. And if you can afford to do so to make your life easier and different things, even if you got to cut back in another area, pray for increase in this area, whatever you need to do. If you need to hire someone to declutter for you, do it. Reallocate those funds that you spend at Chick-fil-A or somewhere, or Starbucks or wherever it is that you go, Dunkin', I don't know, wherever you go to eat or get a beverage. Utilize those funds to hire someone to do this work for you. There are people out here who love doing this and they do an amazing job at it. Pay someone to do it before you find yourself so frustrated and having signs of depression, right? So a sense of control. And especially during the times of menopause and these various transitions in our life or change, it gives you a feeling of empowerment. Feel empowered in your space. You're paying to live there, right? So feel empowered in your space. And this doesn't just equate at home, but this is at work as well. Some of us may have offices or cubicles. I don't know the line of work that you do, but whatever your area is, put something there during your shift that's going to give you a sense of calmness, that gives you a sense of peace while you're even at the workplace. And that's a good way to help you maintain your peace, your sanity, your calm, and manage anxiety and all of these different things right at work. Lastly, well, we got a couple of more. Give you better sleep quality. A clean room, clean space definitely has a way of allowing you to rest more peacefully, right? Which contributes to your overall emotional well-being and reducing your feelings of restlessness. And so a lot of times, I know back in the day, we wasn't really taught. It was just like, go to bed, right? Go to bed, lights out, go to bed. I don't want to hear nothing, just go to sleep. I remember growing up, my sister and I, what my parents attempted to give us a bedtime, right? It never really worked because we would just be in the room laughing and giggling and carrying on together, even though it was bedtime. And my parents didn't come back to the room like, didn't I say go to sleep or whatever? We just knew that morning you still had a responsibility to get up and be to school on time and do what you needed to do. And we did. But I remember those times that we would be laughing and just cracking up. The bedtime never worked, Mom and Dad. It did not work. And it was okay. But as you transition, as you get older and different things, the thing is having a bedtime routine for yourself, whether that's you getting a nice hot shower after, I pray you do, after a long day, finding ways that can help you rest better, calm self, have rest and have that calm. So getting off your phone, turning off the TV, right? Sometimes I play I can't even think of the game Would-Do-Go or some game on my phone for a few minutes before I'm getting ready to lay down, right? And then scents and smells and different things. So for me, first thing in the morning, honey, I'm going to light my candles and all of the things, right? And they will burn all day long until it's time for me to go to bed. They also have like different sprays you can spray on your pillows. For me, as a postmenopausal woman, having coolness matters, right? Being cool at night is near and dear to me. And so for me, I love the silk pillowcases. I love the cooling pillows because I'm always trying to find that cold spot in the bed. I know someone else out there can relate to me, finding that cool spot, finding that cool space on the pillow. So I've transitioned into more cooling sheets and the cooling pillows and silk pillowcases, which are also good for your hair if you don't sleep with a bonnet and different things on. But I love my bonnet. My sister's always laughing because my whole household, we always have something on our head. Now, you're not going to find me out in the street with the bonnet on, okay? But around the house and different things, absolutely. And so finding a routine that works for you. These tips, are for not just during decluttering, but for your life, but finding a routine that works for you. You hear me say at times, everyone's life looks different, right? Some people work from home. Some people work in the office. Your line of work is different. Your duties are different. Your stress level from work, or if you're an entrepreneur, all of these things look different. Your family dynamics look different. Trust me, it is different when I'm on the road or I'm away working and it's just me. It's a difference in my grocery bill. It's a difference on how I prepare, not just prepare my meals or things, the items that I need to pick up. There's a difference, right? And so the dynamics of your family lifestyle, whether you're single, you're a caretaker, you have toddlers or newborn versus adult children, it looks different. So finding ways that work for you and your household. And lastly, this is a huge one. Once you declutterize that space and refresh your space every morning, at night, whatever that looks like for you, and coming up with routines that work for your lifestyle, that work for where you are right now. What you did at 25 may not work for you at 45, right? And so finding, where do I need to shift? Where do I need to pivot? What do I need to change that's going to work for my whole self, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, whatever that looks like for you. I do find when my energy is clean, decluttered, I have increased energy, right? My energy is increased, even if it's a rest day for me, right? Once I finish declutterizing, refreshing, cleaning, that's how I feel. And then I can just get things done. And so a decluttered space can energize you, right? Energize her, rise and energize her, making you feel more motivated and ready to engage in the activities that you enjoy, even the activities that you have to get done. And so I hope that this has helped you, because this is literally how I live my life. And you can ask any of my family members, my spaces, whether where I'm working at, whether that's at home or wherever. I will even come to your place and refresh your space. I've been at friends' homes back in the day, and they didn't have to say anything to me, but I'm thinking to myself, like, in hindsight, was that offensive if I started rearranging and cleaning up their kitchen or something like that, or just rearranging a cabinet, and I'm just situating things in their pantry? And I thought about it one day, and I'm just like, man, was that offensive to them, or was I really helping them, or what was I saying? Right? And I don't think I was saying, at least I didn't say it out loud or to myself, that their place was nasty or anything. I probably did say to myself, like, this is unorganized, right? But it may be the way that they're able to function. It just wasn't, I wasn't able to function that way in their space. And so I could just go to people's house. And when dinner will be over with, I'm already breaking stuff down before probably people even finish their first plate. Like, okay, we can condense this, we can do this. And I find myself, even when we go out to eat at times, it is habit to push everything to the front, stack everything up nice and neat. And I'm sure I've had, company where we're out and they're like, you don't have to do that. But for myself, and to make anything easier for someone else, yes, I did have to do it. And it's so natural for me to do it that I'm not even thinking about it, right? And so those are just some tips. I hope that you're able to utilize any of those things that can help you just have a greater flow in your life, productivity, energy, clarity, that you're more focused in just decluttering your space. The emotional benefits of it are phenomenal. And so share some of your tips with me as well so that I can see, you know what, am I able to implement something like this in my life? Once again, it's your decision, it's your choice how you want to maneuver, but we just want to share some healthy tips and have a healthy chat with you of the possibilities. So take care. Until the next time, I am Carleeka Katrina Basnight-Menendez, and this has been another episode of Healthy Chats. Take care.